So we never want to put all our eggs in one basket. We want to have multiple tools, and we always want to have backup plan after backup plan so that we're never taken too much by surprise. We have something that's automatically in that chamber. So one of the things that we need to prepare for is that the spaces that we have to make whenever we're going to execute this technique become opportunities for the other person to fill those spaces, to take advantage of those, to escape, to defend, or whatever. One common occurrence that might happen is if I'm here inside Jared's guard and he's looking to go for the Kimura on this side, if he's a little bit lazy here with his space that he makes, and I kind of scout this out, either accidentally or intentionally, I may roll out and get out of the situation here. And if I'm able to create a scramble off of that, then I'm fully escaped in that. And the worst part about it is that now he's played that card and I'm going to be watching for it a little bit more. So this is a way that Jared can maybe make sure that he still catches me whenever we get to that.
So I want to be aware of the way the body needs to roll, right? He's basically going to put the shoulder on the ground next to my ribs and then kick his legs over the top. Now what we're doing to mitigate that threat is to keep the leg over the back, over the hips, or trap the foot. But whatever, in the scramble, sometimes you may not get there fast enough, or he makes the roll happen, whatever. So as I come up and make the grip, he's able to make it all the way over. I don't want his arm to end up here, right? I want to not let his arm stay in this section right here. I want to bring it all the way past his hip. So I'm gonna roll with him, and I'm just gonna keep this structure essentially. I want to get this top elbow to the ground next to his ribs. So I just roll over and drop the elbow down here. And look, I'm just belly down, like I'm watching TV. So I make the grip on the wrist, grip on my wrist, and I'm gonna come up and over. And I'm going to drop my ribs, kind of turn my body to the side. I'm going to turn my belly away from Eli. I drop my ribs right on the shoulder. And from here, the knuckles are on the ground, and I lift the elbow to apply pressure. Again, pulling the far side shoulder away. So yeah, from this angle will be a better view. So I'm right here. I come up, I make the grip. As he goes to roll, I'm going to beat the roll right here. And now I'm keeping the structure here, so he goes to grab his pants or whatnot, it's still contained. Now I'm just going to come up, I kind of fold my elbows in, I bring my shoulder up over my knuckles. That's going to allow me to turn my belly away and then find the shoulder, the ball and socket joint with the ribs. And I'm just going to drop down on it. I want my forearm to be right at the elbow as I drop down. Anytime I'm applying the Kimura, the weight distribution is key. And so I want the knuckles down, I want to be pulling up here, right? So if I were to have the weight like this, I've pinned the prying arm. That's this one. So I need to have the weight opposite. I need to have this arm free to pry, right? And so I've got to position my body to allow my foundation to have a lifting potential with this arm. So I make the grip and come up and back right here.
So like we were talking about before, and what we'll look at too in future segments is finishing from the top position from side control. And we're going to usually be perpendicular across, attacking the far side arm. This time here, whenever Jared's finishing this, you'll notice that he's on the same side of the arm that he's attacking. So sometimes we refer to this as the wrong side Kimura, just because traditionally we learn it perpendicular across from that side. And whenever he isolates that arm, he puts weight down here, and he leaves this free. This is, again, what we were talking about before, taking out the range of motion of that shoulder. And whenever the range of motion is isolated and it's kind of suffocated, that's whenever the pressure is going to build up and it has to go somewhere. So lots of damage can happen on this arm from here.
The correct angle of pressure, again, if I draw a line from his shoulder to his knuckles, I'm going to rotate the elbow around that axis, right? And so that's the correct angle of pressure. And that's where I'm going to get the maximum yield with minimum input, right? So use that.